when everything's wrong, when I can't find my song, when darkness is all I see, there is a remedy. It's all the little things that make the world go round. It's all the little things that are most powerful. There's no politician, no sky to die. No one can take the love from my heart. The sun gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun gonna shine. Ooh, it's true. 'Cause I can always be grateful. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. When the loudest sound is your own life crashing down, and when your friends they don't come around, there's one true thing I've found. It's all the little things, the bells that ring, the green, green grass, and the birds that sing. I'm gonna choose the bright side to see. And no one can take that from me. 'Cause the sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun's gonna shine. Ooh, it's true. Lord, I can always be grateful. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. So bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on now. Bring it on, 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 bring it on now. Sing it on, sing it on, sing it on, sing it on now. I'm singing on, I'm singing on, singing on. 'Cause the sun gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun's gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun's gonna shine. Ooh, it's true. 'Cause I can always be grateful. The sun gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun gonna shine, and in this heart of mine, the sun's gonna shine. Ooh, it's true. Lord, I can always be. Lord, I can always be. Lord, I can always be grateful.
Thanks for listening, and now you guys are going to absolutely love my conversation with Jewel.
You know, I just want to give a huge shout out to you. You are so inspiring with the amount of like active philanthropic work you have done, like multiple charities you've started or been an ambassador for. Like, what has made you so philanthropic, and how has it changed your life?
I was raised in Alaska. Being poor in a city's hard. We lived in an area where it was project housing, and the generosity of those people I will never forget. People had nothing, just absolutely nothing. And I got asked to a prom, I think in 10th grade or something, 11th grade. And my friend's mom, who was single, supporting 2 children, so broke, so poor, saved up money and got an extra little job to buy me a dress. I mean, just so sweet and so kind. And when you have nothing, you're very aware of your interdependence. You know, you're very aware that you need your neighbor to watch your kids because something just came up and it's some kind of shit show and you need to go deal with it. You really rely on one another. You don't have a false sense of, I don't need anybody. I was surprised when I became affluent and was around more affluent circles that nobody helps each other. I mean, people will be philanthropic and they will donate. But it's not this tight-knit, like we rely on one another. We're arm in arm, you know, we're locked arms and I got you and I got your back. That isn't the same. And I thought, how interesting is it that the poorest among us sometimes are often the most generous. When you've been down and out, when you've truly, truly suffered, you don't want anyone to suffer. You don't want anyone to feel that way, especially when you know all it takes is some kindness, really. Like if you can give money, that's amazing and it really helps. But just volunteering, just smiling at somebody who's homeless, you'd be surprised how far that goes. And if you're in a position to help, like, what else am I going to do with my time? Like, go eat? I don't know. What else would I do? I don't know.
You talk so just matter-of-factly about it. Just as like, Lindsey Stirling, get off your butt and go out there and serve somebody. You know what I mean? It really is such a call to action, the way that you just speak, because it's the way you live. Your life in general has just been such a testament to resilience. And I think right now, more than any time we've seen in our lifestyle, the world needs a lesson on just like hope and resilience. And so I guess, you know, for anyone who had plans, whose plans are no longer possible, what advice do you have?
I'd like to talk about resiliency. I'd like to talk about the word hope. But I would like to start in a place of helping people get excited. You know, we read history books and we all want to be part of the great marches of the 60s. This is it. Like, welcome to history. Welcome to change. Change doesn't happen during times of peace. Change doesn't happen when you're comfortable. Change happens and it's messy and it's chaotic. And this is what it looks like. And the future is unknown and you get to shape it. And it's a privilege and it's exciting and it's hard and it takes guts and it takes courage, and more than anything, it takes a lot of heart. So if you look at just America, we have 40 million people out of jobs. That's higher, I think, than the Great Depression. But during the Great Depression, we were productive. We had factories working. We're not productive right now. All of our businesses are closed for the most part. We're in for a long, hard haul, and we have to decide, how do we want to walk through this? Will we be fractured into a million different parts fighting each other, or will we realize we're one species and we can afford kindness and we can afford compassion? There is a great myth that if I'm hurting, I can't see your hurt. It's not true. A lot of my white friends feel like, hey, I'm not white privileged because I'm broke as hell and I'm about to go homeless. I'm one paycheck away from homelessness. Don't tell me I'm privileged. It's not exactly what that term means, but I understand. How can you tell somebody who's in pain that somebody else's pain is more important? But again, nobody's saying that. It's not that somebody's pain is more important. Each get to do our part in practicing compassion, realizing compassion and condoning are two different things. You know, because I have compassion for somebody doesn't mean I would condone looting, for instance, something like that. To get people to stop and remember our shared humanity is really important, and that multiple things are going on. And one doesn't mean this isn't going on. It means they're all going on at once. And how much space can we hold for that experience? With hope, you know, I have a funny relationship with that word. I was adopted by American Natives when I was 15, and one of my teachers taught me, we don't hope. Hope and fear are like the opposite sides of the same coin. When I say, I hope I do good on this test, it's like saying, I'm afraid I won't. Hope without action is meaningless. Hope all you want. I'm into action. So I'm into take the steps you need to create change. So with the pandemic, for instance, worry is a misuse of creativity. It's a misuse of creative energy. So instead of spending that creative energy on wondering all the bad things that could happen, letting our mind run away with us and tell us scary stories, use that creativity and dedicate it into what thoughts don't serve me anymore, what relationships don't serve me anymore, and then take good action. Protect yourself, listen to medical guidelines, etc. We don't hope and we don't worry. We actively create our lives. And the more people can start to dig into the fact that we are all artists, we are all the artists of our life, we all get a say. If we care to show up and make good on that, I think there's going to be a bright future ahead. But like I said, it's going to be a slog through a long, hard time, but it's something that could potentially bring us together.
Amen. That is really empowering. Just thank you so much again for your time and for all the positivity you put into the world, right? I think we always need it, but now more than ever. So thank you so much.
Likewise, really excited for our collaboration.
Aha! Did not disappoint. I told you it was a good interview, and she's just amazing. I love everything she shared. If you want to hear the full interview, please check out the podcast. But most importantly, I just want to thank Jewel for coming on and sharing so much wisdom with us. Be sure to check out Jewel's new music and stay tuned for the release date of her upcoming album. And thanks for joining me for yet another string session.